when you look at the company, you mentioned like family owned. Where do you see as the main driver of the culture of the company? You know, some companies really drive innovation. Some companies it's all about the product quality. I mean, everybody's sort of merging those two together. But what do you sort of think is that when someone hears it's a Pedrollo brand, they kind of associate it with what?
I mean, Pedrollo, I think, is synonymous with it's driving growth and driving our markets through innovation. And so innovation means a lot of different things. I think people think, when you hear the word innovation, it's just a new product or a new mousetrap or something really cool and neat. It doesn't have to be that. It can also be how we serve our customers. Do we do that in a unique way that others don't? Is it how we brand? So a lot of what you see, and as you kind of walk around the booth here, you see a lot of different brands. We mentioned who knows, Pedrollo Group or Pedrollo. One of our famous taglines is "We're kind of the biggest pump company you've never heard of." It's because
I actually knew Superior. I didn't realize at first that Pedrollo owned Superior.
And that's it, because we are a big house of brands. We partner with other even global tool brands to create some water pumps with DeWalt and the likes like that. But we lean into private label as well with a lot of our longest standing relationships with some of our national wholesale partners. We've filled their private label box for over 20 years. And so, again, for the innovation side of it is multifaceted. It's not just product specific or some sort of new technology. That is a big part of it. And that's what we're going to show you today at the end. Middle of the segment here. But that's really kind of the biggest part of it. I think if I were to focus on any other of kind of our core values and really where that family component comes in. And so a lot of how we approach business day to day, our team is an absolutely relentless team, and it's relentless for not just, super aggressive sales and things like that, but relentless in how we take care of our customers, on how we deliver best in class products and service. It's a big part of what we do. And I think it's because we hold each other accountable. It's a family aspect again, where we want to do better for our colleague. I say this a lot with my group, that I truly do feel like I come to work with my friends, and that's an important part for me to get, my, I guess, fulfillment from the company. And I know a lot of people feel that same way. So
you always get a vibe from different companies. And one thing I noticed coming here is people are here to do business. Like your team is serious about what they're doing here, what they're communicating, which draws people in. I go to some booths. I'm not knocking them. It's fine, but it's almost a little too casual. And you're thinking, okay, this is a big event. It's a big investment for a company to be here. But just even doing the tour with your crew, like I'm getting taught stuff as I'm going, like right off the bat, and that's really neat to see that engagement from a team at such a quick level. What we're focusing on today, why that particular focus for the IBS in Vegas?
It's a super innovative product, and it's a lot of fun to talk about. Is kind of where I guess that's my pitch. I know when Nick comes on in a little bit, he's going to get a little nerdy. We call him the pump nerd, so he's going to get into a little bit more of the detail and how things work, but. For me, it's just super fun to talk about because not too many people. So the product's called DG PED, and essentially it's a constant pressure system. So if you think about your house, and I won't step on his toes, but if you think about like the water pressure in your house, for instance, I mean, when I got into this industry 20 years ago, I didn't know you could change your water pressure. Like I remember shopping apartments thinking, oh, the shower doesn't work that well. Let's move on to the next one. It doesn't have to be that way. So there's actually products out there that can maintain constant pressure, where there's a toilet flush or a faucet turn on or somebody's taking a shower, that maintains constant pressure. That's not necessarily a new mousetrap. The DG PED product that we're going to show you today, it's in how it does it. So it's super efficient. It's essentially the size of a desktop computer. And the thing is, it's a set point and you go, and it's a super easy product to interface with. But that really is the future. I mean, if you think about multifamily developments and the way that new neighborhoods are being built, that demand on water increased, pressure goes down. And so from a residential perspective, that's where something like this is becoming more important, is trying to maintain that constant pressure.